Wengi wetu walikuwa wameacha shule kwenda kutafuta kazi huku vijijini. Masomo yakayakatiza kwa sababu ya njaa.
The sweet melodious voices of the school choir at Katoloni Primary School, Makueni County.
Wengi wametaka kuiona siku hii ya leo.
Miles away, pupils at Shambai Primary School entertain visitors. They can dance in jubilation and recite poems in praise of the visitors.
Katoloni, CBO.
According to Mrs. Mutua, their choir conductor, who is also their English and social studies teacher, it has not been all bliss. For the past years, many of her students missed school because of lack of food.
There was high rate of absenteeism in both boys and girls. You would find that more than 5 of them were not in class. And if they come back and you ask them, they say that they were hungry, they did not have food the previous night. And also in the morning there was no food, and they decided just to sit back and help their parents back at home to search for jobs so that they can get money to buy food.
1 in 4 Kenyan children experience stunted growth due to chronic undernutrition, and it is estimated that 60% of children in Kenya's public schools are not getting adequate nutrition.
How many 1/2?
This is not 1/2, it is a half.
While Kenya has removed many of the financial barriers to school through the free primary education, the country is yet to address the nutritional barriers to achieving education for all. Even though more pupils are going to school than in the past, they are often not able to get quality education because of chronic hunger.
A learner comes to school, and after some time, the learner is still not in class. He may go to the nearby shambas and may steal cassava, sugar cane, and any other food which is available, so that he or she can satisfy that need. Also, this learner who is hungry will lack a lot of concentration in the class. So when the teacher is passing some concepts, it will be very hard for the learner.
You know, when learners have nothing to eat, they come to school and it's lunch break or even a break time, they are supposed to take a snack. They have an empty box. When they go there, they just look at each other, they have nothing to eat. They go back to class with empty stomachs. Even if the teacher keeps on teaching and emphasizing points, it is very difficult for a hungry child to actually have this kind of concentration to grasp what the teacher is teaching.
At the height of the 2021 drought in Kenya, an estimated 3.8 million people needed food assistance. Katoloni community-based, with support from the Oleleshwa Community Outreach, launched a school feeding program with support from the Danish Relief Fund to reach 12 public primary schools. The children hardest hit by the crisis in the Makueni region, Kenya.
The Kenyan government declared emergency, drought emergency over big parts of the country early last year in, I think, August or something. That there had been no rain, I think, in 10 or 12 counties. Makueni County was one of the counties mentioned in the call. So we sent in the proposal about the 10 schools, and since it's a bit emergency, so things had to go quickly, and we had to get the information together quickly and the budgets quickly. So we were very happy with the Katoloni Mission CBO because they were really efficient, getting the schools, getting the prices of food.
The criteria we used to select the first 10 schools was to talk with the leaders of education, whereby they told us the situation of those schools. We ourselves even went to the area and found what we have been given by the Minister of Education was true. We also talked to other leaders around the schools, and we got 10 for the first time.
This school feeding program has been providing pupils with a nutritious cup of porridge in the morning and lunches filled with maize, beans and vegetables, with some pupils eating half of their lunch meal and soliciting for extra to carry home for their dinner with their siblings. Some schools have also benefited from 10,000-litre water tanks to have enough water to drink, cook and domestic use at school.
You spare no coin to ensure that we get a good mixture of maize and beans, and not forgetting a cup of porridge. As if that was not enough, you brought us a big water tank to quench our thirst. We are therefore in debt to thank you 1,001 times. May God bless you.
The children look forward to the meals because most of these children come from less privileged families. This is the only meal they can afford within a day. So the schools are not just feeding them intellectually, but also nourishing their stomachs to remain alert during the teaching and learning time in class.
Watoto wetu walikuwa na njaa sana, sababu lunch walikuwa wanakosa chakula, asubuhi wanakosa breakfast, majioni saa ingine wazazi wanakosa chakula, wanaenda wakapikiwa uji, na asubuhi wanaamka tena wanakuja shule. Hata watoto wengine hawakuwa na chakula, walikuwa wanakuja shule bila kukula, wanangawiwa ile chakula ya walimu.
The free meals have not only helped fight food insecurity, they have also kept many of the pupils in school in a region where school enrollment and attendance have generally been poor.
This food has really done wonders because now absenteeism that there was is not there anymore, because in the classrooms the teachers are giving me feedback that these pupils are now concentrating and they are jovial. They are answering questions well. So I thank the Katoloni Mission CBO. Again, the performance of the school in general has improved. When we compare ourselves in the zones, earlier before, we used to be the last. We used to be number 23 out of 23. But now we have improved because you get us from position 15 downwards.
Makueni is one of the 24 semi-arid counties of Kenya. The population here depend on rain-fed agriculture. Very low and unreliable rainfall makes farming difficult in more than 90% of the county, directly affecting the family's ability to provide food for their children.
Tulikuwa tumejikasa, tukalima, kujitahidi chakula, tunasaidia hao watoto nayo. Na vile mvua hii kukuja, sasa tuko na shida. Hata saa zingine hao watoto wanalala njaa. Na kwa vile shule kuna chakula, watoto wanakula shule, wanakuja kulala. Na wanafurahi sababu huko shule wanakula, wanakuja kulala na hiyo chakula ya shule.
Mvua imekuwa ni kidogo, kuna chochote kwa shamba. Alafu changamoto ni kukosa maji. Ningepata kizima, ningetia bidii na mambo ingekuwa mazuri kusaidia familia.
The parents are straining too much because you find if you don't have enough rainfall, at the end of the day, maybe this parent is not going to take the child to the school simply because the food is not there. And you know the system here is that sometimes when you are taking your child to school, make sure that the child comes with something to eat for lunch. So most of them don't report to school because of that. and you find that we as the government, we're having some hard time because even the relief food now is not available. I can't even remember the last time we had relief food from the government, and it has been a challenge because if those people don't report to school, and we know that education is the backbone of our country, the society of the future, it's going to be a bit challenging to cope with.
Since November 2021, the intervention by the Danish Relief Fund through the Oleleshwa Community Outreach and Katoloni Mission CBO has improved nutrition among pupils in the 12 schools, increased school attendance, and better performance with higher rates of a successful transition to the next class in the first quarter of 2022.
They have come at the right time, at the most opportune time, because now, after getting this, after being put into this program, we are not getting any absenteeism of the children. They are all coming to school. Even when a child is unwell, he has to be in class so that he can have some lunch. So we have very very kind words to the Danish Emergency Food Relief Fund for coming at this time. And I would request that if the program could be extended even up to the end of the year.
It is evident that sustainable food provision in schools within drought-stricken areas could drastically improve pupils' health, academic performance, and increase hope to children for a brighter tomorrow.